Hey guys, this is Paul Wilson.
And I'm Danny Voss.
And you're checking out our channel here, Being a Dad and Becoming an Adult. Finally, both dads. Just had my baby here 10 days ago. Little Leo Cooper was born on February 6th, 8 pounds, 2 ounces, 21 inches at 8:02 p.m. Yeah, healthy baby. Learning the whole no sleep thing pretty quickly. That's been different, you know, as much as everybody tries to tell you you're not going to get any sleep. We do get sleep. It's just in much shorter intervals than I ever have before. So you're
going to push through it.
Yeah. You get an hour.
Just keep pushing.
You get an hour, you're good for 3 or 4 hours. It is amazing that, like, when the baby cries, I could jump up out of bed, no problem, get him rolling, and then I can go right back to sleep, which I've never been able to do that before. But you learn pretty quick. You get pretty motivated. It's not that bad. It's tough, but yeah, like you said, get through it, right? Couple good nights, couple tough nights.
If you complain about it, nobody's going to listen anyways.
Absolutely. So, Danny, today we're going to be talking about dads working out. Something I think we've all dealt with, something I think we've all talked about or at least thought about at some point. I know I have. But you recently started working out pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
Why did you get ramped up to start working out?
I made a commitment to myself. That's really where it started. I wanted to do better. I wanted to go wake up one day and then do better the next day and then do better the next day. I just wanted to continue to improve my lifestyle.
That's awesome.
That's why.
That's awesome, man. Self-improvement.
Exactly.
Really got you going.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what motivated me.
For me, it was much less holistic. It was much less divine, right? My back hurt. Like, honestly, I sit in a chair at work, I sit in a car.
Mine was that too.
I get out and I walk the dog, but like still there's just this point where your upper body I notice as I get older, I'm not as limber, my back doesn't crack as easy, you know what I mean? There's this kind of soreness from if you don't go work out, it blew my mind the first time I went and I worked out. And number one, I woke up the next day and I thought I slept on a softball because we did upper arm stuff and my chest hurt so bad. But the day after all the soreness wore off and I could put a jacket on like a normal person again, my back just felt great, man. Like I could stand up straight and there was no soreness. And like that was a big deal to me to see that kind of immediate result, because let's face it, it's not like you're going to get ripped overnight hitting the gym, right?
Right. You got to continue to do it and see a improvement over a stretch of time.
Yeah. Well, I think that comes up with setting the goal. You know what I mean? So once you know that you're going to go and start working out.
Yeah, once you have that commitment.
Yeah.
And then you make the idea up of that, now I want to do it.
Right. Now I just want to work out in general, because most guys, I think, looking into this I didn't know anything about working out. I don't know, did you do a bunch of like reading or research up front?
You can do all the reading you want and you can listen to all the people you want, but until you actually do it yourself, it's really one of those things you just kind of have to be there and physically go through it.
I mean, I think most things, right? Showing up is the first step. Okay. All right, so you know you want to work out now. You know why you're going to work out. Now you kind of got to figure out how to work out. Yeah. And I think that's a tough goal, because I know I have a 10-day-old in the house. I have a dog. I have a cat. My fiance's here. She needs a lot of help with everything around the house and keeping up with laundry and folding clothes and doing dishes and making dinners and getting water and picking up the room. Like, there's a lot going on, whereas I used to have a ton of free time, right? But no big deal. I love it. But how did you find time to start working out?
That is the hardest thing. I didn't want to take any time away from my family, which they deserve that time because I'm at work all day.
Right.
So the coolest thing that I thought about was, I kind of dug deep down. I'm like, if I'm going to do this, I'm not going to take any time away from the family, and I'm going to do it early in the morning. I'm going to beat the sun up, and I'm going to get my butt to the gym.
What time does your baby usually wake up? What time does Nolan usually crawl out of sleep mode?
You know, he's in a routine a little bit now. He's only almost 5 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he's 5 months. He's finally starting to sleep through the night a little bit, and it's been good for my wife and I. She's a trooper. She does really well waking up. But if he wakes up 1 or 2 times a night, it's not uncommon.
Okay.
Yeah, so now if we had him sleeping, he went 11 hours, and we were checking on him just to make sure I was like, is he really sleeping this long? Like, making sure he's alive. Like, you get nervous. Now you can't sleep because he's sleeping too long. But
Okay.
So
you carved out time real early in the morning.
Early in the morning, beat
you
the
took
sun
from
up.
sleep time.
Yes.
Well, you would usually be sleeping then. He would usually be sleeping then. And you decided, I'm going to get up how much earlier than usual? How much sleep did you decide to spend on this?
So about only an hour and 40 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just shy of 2 hours. You cut aside for you.
You bet. It was
For you.
for me. Yeah.
I think that was the cool thing that I'm starting to realize is like only being a brand new dad is everything I've listened to and all the research I've done, which I'm sure if you're watching this, you're probably thinking the same type of things we are. You start wondering when you see it real quickly, like, dad doesn't really get a lot of scheduled time.
No.
Right? Because
Gone out the window.
yeah, because you're either at work and then you kind of feel guilty for being gone. That's what I've noticed. Even like running to the
I'm
gas
guilty
station.
right now doing the podcast.
Right.
I should be home.
Right, you should be home. And so you're
be.
constantly trying to drive to be home, but you do as a person, just as a human being, you do need time for yourself. So I think working out, I mean, at least that's a super productive reason, a super productive way to schedule that time.
And like you said, I sit at a desk all day.
Yeah.
And literally, if you sit at a desk all day and then drive, I have an hour each way to work drive time.
Yep.
So now I'm sitting behind a steering wheel. So I'm doing this all day. So my body needed this. It was a way of saying thank you, you know, to squeeze that in there and to feel good about your day so you don't feel like a bum. I feel like now that I don't go to the gym, if I miss a day, I'm like, oh, what am I going to do with my day? I ruined it. I ruined my day.
Right.
When you get in a routine like that, it happens.
Well, you know, I went the other way with it. So he's so new, I have no way of knowing a schedule. He sleeps and feeds and does whatever he wants whenever he wants. You know, he runs the show at this point, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's 10 days old. However, what I have done is I've figured out I work out right after I put him down. So there's like the daytime, like where if it's still light out and I put him down for a nap, like I put him down to sleep, boom, that's 20 minutes. Like I don't get a full hour or 2 hour workout like I used to when I was, you know, didn't have a kid around, right? And I could just take my time and work up in the weights. And I now have a very quick, regimented, it's designed to help my back feel better. Yeah. Right? Like I wanted my back and then that kind of area to do better and feel better and be more limber. So that's what it is. I'm not doing a ton of heavy weights. I'm not trying to put on mass like you, right? Okay. You know, like I think that's awesome.
And everybody's got their own goal, like you said.
Exactly, yeah.
But you have to find that time. I don't care what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
And everybody's got it. Well, I have a similar reason for that too. I think that's awesome because if you take a slip on the ice and you're not in shape, it's going to take you a long time to recover.
It does, yeah. No, little things like that. You're not lying, man. You're not lying.
I'm getting, man, I'm 33. When I hit 30, I felt like that was the number. Yeah. 30.
That's about the plateau for feeling young, right?
Yep. That's why it was important to start working out and to start eating right. The eating right thing is super tough, but once you bake those things into your schedule, it's hard to, once you make that commitment, you have to do it. You have to want to do it. You can't just have your mom tell you that you should start working out and you should start eating healthier. They're going to tell you that anyways. You should be healthier.
The doctor, every time you go there, work out, eat healthy.
Of course.
How do you eat healthy, though? I can't. Okay. None of it tastes good. I mean, there is some semi-healthy stuff, so like salmon and rice. You know, I can put A1 sauce on it, which I know I'm not supposed to.
Sure.
Like, I guess it's all those trimmings that I like. I enjoy eating. Now, I'm not a huge guy, but I enjoy eating. I enjoy the finer things in life. Can't I just work out twice as hard and eat like shit?
That is an option. There's always that, and that people sometimes do that. Actually, in the gym I go to, there's a sign, there's a picture of a beer, and it says equals to 10 extra minutes. So, they say, hey, drink that beer, but work out 10 more minutes to make up for it. In the gym I go to.
Right.
So, I don't know. One thing I did to eat healthier, it's not hard. And I just want to tell you, it's not hard. If you have a commitment of wanting to eat healthier, it's not that hard, and I want to tell you why. So what I've done is just eliminated some things and added some things in my diet. So just real quick, I'll tell you what I did. Very first thing, I don't drink pop. I don't drink soda pop. You know me. I drink water all day long. Yeah. And that is a hard thing to do. I never said this was going to be easy.
You just said it's not hard. You just said it's recorded. You just said it's not hard.
I said I never said that waking up early and beating the sun up and getting to the gym and substituting.
But the diet, giving up soda, that's hard.
That's not going to be easy for some people. But you know what?
I'm addicted. Monster, soda, I love that shit.
I don't drink any of those colored flavored Mountain Dew drinks anymore. I stay far away from that. It's there, it's one of those things. If you can stay away from, my chiropractor is a straight doctor too. He tells me all this great information.
Yeah.
And if it's colorful like that, stay away from it. It's not good for your body. Those.
Dude, if it's bright green, lime green, it looks cool. If it tastes good, how can it not be good for me?
Those Excito drinks, he refers to them as. Well, that's what they are.
Yeah. I know. They're all, they'll have massive, everybody knows that, like, heavy abuse of, whatever it is, fill in the drink, it's going to be bad for you. High sugar content,
Right.
all that other stuff.
And then,
taurine and chlorine.
And
all the other
eating
terrible
healthier, it's not that hard as people think. If you make a few small, and one good thing that I've done is there are so many adjustments you have to do, but I'm not telling you to do it overnight. What I've personally done is one day at a time. Take little chunks off on your changes. If you want to make these changes, if you want to be healthier in the weight room, and if you want to make these diet changes, don't do it overnight, because listen, nobody's going to do it overnight. Let's get real. But you have to chisel away at it a little bit at a time. And if you start doing that and you have that commitment and that drive and you continue to stay on it and continue to drink more water instead of more Pepsi and Coke, and take better care of your body, floss your teeth and brush your teeth like you should. My grandma always told me, Danny, floss the teeth that you want to keep. And, just take care of yourself. And this is part of it. And if you can do that, you'll live you'll be a happier person.
You'll be a happier person for that. I'll be happier if I could just feel good. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not looking to make a major change. That's why I think, and I know for you that's great, right? For you personally, you're like, you set your goal and now you're out there achieving it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
For me, my goal is much lower. And I mean much lower.
Gotcha.
To the point where I just don't want to ache and sore. I just want to be a little more limber. I want to have a little bit more, running stamina. Obviously, as I see the progression here and realize from all my friends having kids and all the other kids being around that they grow up quick and then they have a lot of energy that they want to spend with you, which is awesome. I can't wait for them. I'm so excited for that point. But I do want to be able to bend down and pick him up and not groan because it hurts. Right. So I'm not looking to change my diet. I'm just looking to feel better. Right.
And everybody's got their own objectives and their own reason why they want to do better. But that was my old man always told me, do better the next day. And I took that to heart. And it's with anything. I don't care if it's your job, your personal life. If you make little changes like that, man, it just really helps. Awesome.
Okay. One of the other things I think we run into is where to find resources. So obviously we're talking about kind of dads working out and in general, but we're not.
That's why I got a trainer.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're not certified trainers. Now you got a trainer.
I did.
That's worked out really well for you. I think some guys, obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube or listening to the podcast, the audio version, you'll probably notice that you consume information that way. I also consume information that way. That's why we do this.
I say find a mentor as well. Find somebody that is doing what you want to do. Surround yourself with those type of people that are already doing what you're doing. They're on Facebook. I've actually got some people that have motivated me on Facebook that I've talked to. Like, they put pictures up of them just ripped.
Yeah.
And for what I do, I have 4,000 friends on Facebook, so I see a lot of different people, And I asked them, I said, how did you get? And that's what inspired me a little bit. I had an idol. I was like, man, this guy is like Arnold Schwarzenegger. How did this guy?
You had a guy crush?
He inspired me because he showed a picture. He looked just like me, It was my story, almost like a tall, scrawny guy that wants to get ripped, and then this is what he looks like now, naturally, without because everybody says, oh, he cheated, this and that, but this guy didn't. That's what his big claim to fame is. He hasn't cheated. He's worked his diet, he's worked his commitment and his exercise to the max. And I was like, if this guy can do this, wow, unbelievable! I want to do it.
Right.
So find somebody that's already doing it and ask questions. And get yourself a trainer. Get him to get you or her on the right track.
Yeah.
And
I also screen some real resources that anybody can look up.
Okay.
So it'll be really easy because sometimes it's hard to find personal. I don't have any ripped guys on my Facebook, on my feed. I'm just joking, but I don't.
That's all right.
I don't, right? So I don't have that. So I think for some of our other listeners, if you hit up YouTube, obviously just type in workout for dads. It's probably some of the funniest stuff you've seen of dads actually working out with their babies. I caught a video of a dad's dance class. I thought it was really funny. personally wouldn't do it, but it's probably like 10 or 15 dads. They all have carriers on and their babies with them. They're all moving around and dance. It's like a Zumba dance or something. I don't know, but it was really funny. There's a lot of dads that are doing push-ups with the kids on their back, doing sit-ups with their kids, burpees, all sorts of different workouts you can do with your kid with you, which I think that's a really cool thing. We'll wait for my guy to be a little bit older before we start wiggling him around a lot, doing that stuff, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I'm excited for it.
Enjoy what you have now.
Yeah.
Because when he gets bigger, man, there's no putting him back to that size.
Right.
Yeah. So enjoy what you...
I'm excited for him to get older. I was just telling Joanna today, he's so little now. I love him. I love spending time with him. And he's really cute right now. But when he's older and he argues with me constantly and he's bullheaded and he thinks he knows everything and he's a dick, I'm really excited for that time, because that will remind me of me at that age, and I think that'll be funny. I think that'll be fun to deal with. I also said, until he's old enough to outsmart me in an argument, I'm really not worried. Once he can do that, which, I don't know, 10 or 12, then I'll be in more trouble, right? But yeah, I'm hoping there's a sweet spot in the years right there where we get to have some fun. There is also mensfitness.com called the Anti-Dad Body Workout, which is a specific workout. Again, you can hit this on YouTube, the Anti-Dad Body Workout. It was really good stuff. Read the article, go through it. There's video and everything too. And then, of course, bodybuilding.com.
Yeah, that's a good website.
That is a really good website.
I use that website personally.
Do you personally?
Yeah.
Okay, they have awesome tracker stuff. They have great articles about all sorts of things.
My trainer tracks all my stuff on that website.
Oh, really?
We do it together.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. I was gonna say they're great resources there. That not costly or anything, right? The one article I read was 5 workout tips for dad. So I thought this was really cool. This is actually where I pulled workout when you can. That's their first tip.
Yeah.
Is fit in fitness when you can.
Fit it in when you can.
They said the exact same thing. I've been following that advice just for a couple days now. So we'll see if I stick with it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Everybody's got their own way, like I said.
Yeah. 20 minutes at a time. That's enough just to, like I said, stretch out everything I want to stretch out. I'm not looking to put on a ton of, getting ripped. I'm not.
Yeah.
Then that's cool, but I'm not. So, number 2, prep your meals. I thought that was good. Danny, I see you do this.
I do that.
You come in with meals ready to eat, which military guys call those MREs. These taste better than MREs, I think most would say.
Yeah, my wife, she's awesome. She really helps me. She's committed with me to get I look at food in a different way now that I'm putting weight on. I look at food as calories. I'm like, so if I don't eat those calories, those are calories that I miss. Now my whole mindset, you have to literally get that training and talk to the right people so you can look at things differently and understand why you're doing what you're doing.
Gotcha. Okay. Have a plan. That's pretty much what we've been talking about this whole time here. Yeah. Obviously, if you're watching this video, you probably are looking to make a plan or have just made a plan and want to see if it's good. Chances are, if you've made any plan, it's good. From here, all you can do is improve it. You can always revise your plan. You can always readjust your plan. As you learn new information, you can. But yeah, I'm big fan. We listen to a lot of parenting podcast stuff. One of my favorite things that I've heard so far is, as a new parent with a newborn, same thing with working out. Don't focus on scoring a touchdown. Focus on moving the chains. And then that's it. Just a little chunk at a time. Like you said, chisel it away. Prepare for unexpected. Chances are your plan to get up every morning, it's had to have gone wrong one time, right? So things happen. That's okay. Don't beat yourself up over it. Understand that it's going to happen. Have a backup plan. So if you're not able to work out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, maybe you work out Monday, Thursday, Friday, depending on what your week is like.
Well, I paid big money for these sessions, so if I'm not there, that's my own fault. So my butt is there, boy. I'll tell you that.
And then the last thing that they recommended was supplements. Supplements help, so vitamins, nutrients, stuff like this. Really big into it. I'm not big into that.
And why? So everybody, like I was saying, everybody's different.
Yeah.
So you have to really find out what supplements that you need. So that's important to get help, because once you find that out, then because otherwise you're just throwing darts against a wall with no.
Well, let me tell you why I don't like supplements.
Okay.
I believe that most of the supplements on the market are made to sell as opposed to made to help, and that the first thing they are done is they are produced to create an immediate response, so like your body tingle because you took niacin. But I think there's a huge lacking in proof that a lot of these workout things actually have a long-term positive result. Now, I have done a little bit of research. There are some out there, and that's what I would recommend to do is, as people tell you this and as you read about this, read and reread, do some in-depth research, because there is certainly a lot of snake oil on the market.
Okay, so I take a few different types. So I take a powder for trying to help a little bit, put a few more calories on my skinny
Whey
butt.
protein?
Yep. So
Okay.
and then also, I was referring to more as, what's important for you as a person is vitamin supplements.
Yeah.
That's what I thought you were talking about. I'm sorry.
Even in vitamins, man, like some of them like a standard daily multivitamin, yeah, cool.
But you might not
some of
need-
these guys, you get it specific and take in. I've seen guys bust out 8 different vitamins. I'm sorry, unless you're over the age of 60 and you're taking 8 different vitamins, there better be a massive health issue that prescription drugs couldn't help with. That's outrageous.
But what I'm saying,
that's foolish.
What I'm saying is, though, until you everybody's body is different. We all live in a different region as well. We're here in the Midwest, you and I, right?
Yeah.
So, vitamin D3 is really low in our bodies. Every one of us here in the Midwest, we're all susceptible to different problems just because of where we live. We're always wearing long sleeves. We're always wearing jeans. We're always wearing sunglasses. Your eyes soak in vitamin D3, okay? And when you wear sunglasses and you cover up all these sun rays, and we're already not getting it, and then God forbid if maybe your body is not taking it, you don't know unless you check and find out. Get a blood test and a panel. It's very easy. Most doctors don't do it, but if you do, and a guy got me turned on to this that found out that he had a problem, and if he told me, he goes, Danny, if your vitamin levels drop, then you are susceptible to ALS and other different problems.
I challenge that research. I challenge it. I'm not saying it's impossible.
That's why we're talking about. That's why I wanted to bring this up.
I would very strongly challenge and scrutinize that research, because when guys start telling me that vitamin D, everybody in the Midwest has a vitamin D3 issue.
No, I'm not saying
therefore we're
it's
all
more popular in the Midwest because of everything I just said.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of to me, it reminds me of when they used to say that you have to drink, 8 to 12 glasses of water a day?
Yeah.
Okay, but if you do the math on it, and I've actually seen some research on this, that's really tough to do. 8 to 12, it's like 16 ounce or 12 ounce glasses of water a day.
Yeah.
2, your actual amount of water intake from all of the other things you eat and all of the other things you consume throughout the day still count towards that. So it's not like you need to eat all of your food and consume 8 to 12 glasses of 12 ounce fluid water a day. That it ends up being too much if you actually do the math on how much your body can process.
Well,
and I feel like there's witchcraft in the magic when they tell you that vitamin D3, a basic deficiency, I feel like it would have to be very dramatic.
You never know.
But you do know.
But
that's what science is for.
That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes you do know.
If you get a blood test, they'll tell you all your vitamin levels actually. And if you're deficient vitamin E, any of them, they'll tell you.
Okay.
Yeah. So at least
I'm just saying that the level of deficiency, it would have to be dramatic for me to believe that there's something there. I'm not saying it's impossible.
Right.
I'm just saying I haven't done the research on that. I would challenge that without me doing some real research on it, because that sounds like snake oil to me. That sounds like scare tactics when they sell it.
And this brings me back to why we're talking about this show today, because to get your body healthy, okay, so I'm into high performance vehicles, okay? If I have a high performance vehicle, I'm going to put gauges on different aspects of the vehicle. Okay, and my body, I am now treating it as a high performance vehicle. I expect top notch performance from my body. So by doing that, I'm going to do these things. I'm going to go above and beyond the normal. And to know that, so I know what supplements to take, so to know I'm doing it right.
How did you decide what supplements were best for you?
You can talk to your doctor. It's so cheap to do this panel test. And you know what's funny? They never do it on people. Even my doctor says I don't really do very many of these vitamin checks. And it's so important, and the people that I talk to that are educated about it will definitely agree with what I'm saying. And they'll speak very highly of it, because it is important. If you don't know, if you've never had it done, then how do you even know what to take? So you go to the vitamin aisle, right? Vitamin stores, and you're like overwhelmed. You're like vitamin A through Z,
Right.
So now this is how you narrow that down, and by talking to a specialist and your doctor. That's everybody.
I'm going to ask my doctor. I'm going to ask my doctor. I'm going to do a little more research on this. We're going to come back to you where we're both researched on this topic, and we're going to talk about vitamins.
I am already researched.
We're going to do a whole episode on just vitamins, because I think I'm going to try to challenge you on this one. Because not saying that vitamins don't help, not saying that vitamins don't help, or that vitamins offer no value. I just think that the proportion of vitamins and actual research to show like a dramatic benefit. Not talking about a little edge.
Yeah.
Not talking about a 1% change. I'm talking about a dramatic impact. How much impact do vitamins actually make on your health? I think that's the question here, isn't it?
Yeah.
How much of an impact?
So
not saying that they don't make any.
So
how much?
Like I said, I'm into high performance. Okay. I operate.
Okay.
So I put.
Okay. This sounds a little salesy right here. You're not okay.
I'm telling you. I put gauges on my vehicle, okay? I'm putting gauges on my body because I expect the best out of it.
All right, I understand why you get the vitamin test.
Okay, so
I've confirmed I understand why
okay.
you get the vitamin test. My question is the vitamin supplements you take, how much of an impact do they make at the end of the day? Not should you go get a vitamin test or know what vitamins to take.
Right.
My question is if I take all of the right vitamins, how much of a change will I see? And how will those results impact my life? How much of a change, how much of an impact will they make on my life?
It might be everything.
Or it might mean nothing. That's my point. I don't know.
It might.
I want to do the research and find out.
That's why people do that.
I think the impact will be minuscule. That's my my feeling.
Today,
now I don't know. I don't know.
Once
I'm
you
going to do the research.
You should. You're going to completely have a different outtake on it, and I think that you'll be inspired to talk about it a little bit more after what you read.
Okay.
I swear to God, this is going to be a great episode.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I'll tell you what, Danny. On that note,
work out, eat healthy, and we're going to talk about your vitamins next time.
I love it, guys. Thanks so much for checking in with us. This has been Paul Wilson,
and I'm Danny Voss, and we are not doctors. We are just a couple guys in the basement talking about real life stuff.
True story.
Thanks for watching.